So I found this book, Songs and Dances of Native America by Lynn Huneman, which was being used in coursework at Wesleyan University in the great world music program they have there, full of transcriptions of Native American songs. And I was really intrigued by this song, the Bear Raven Dance. Very simple song, just 2 notes. In the book it's used as a sort of ear training thing. In other words, they say, hey, here's 2 notes, write down the tune, you know. It's really easy to do, and I've used it with elementary students at the Boston Public Schools. I liked the idea of bringing the Afro-Cuban and the Native American traditions together, because I had a lot of familiarity with the Afro-Cuban, and I liked, well, there are 2 things about the Afro-Cuban and the Native American that really run parallel for me, and one of them is that a lot of Afro-Cuban music is voice and drum. And I noticed this in Native American music too. Traditional Native American music doesn't use a lot of instruments. It's voice and drums. There may be some shakers, there may be some flutes, although that's sort of a late addition, but drums and voice. So I thought, hey, these are 2 traditions, one of which I know fairly well and one of which I'm learning about, that can be brought together. So in the Bear Raven Dance, I decided to take the Afro-Cuban tradition of comparsa, street music, and put it together with this simple melody, which is the Bear Raven Dance. And then the 3rd element, besides the Afro-Cuban and the Native American, is jazz harmony. I play the saxophone, the tenor saxophone. I start out on tenor saxophone. And then my second instrument, which was really my first instrument, the first instrument that I started playing, the conga drum, I picked that up in the middle and we turned it into a big monster conga jam. Well, the ghost dance is actually a musical form which caused the massacre at Wounded Knee. So the ghost dance was a sort of trance-like dance, and the Indians would sing these songs and go into these ecstatic states. And the U.S. government became very worried about this because it started sort of around Utah, and it started spreading up northward. It made its way all the way up into some of the plains tribes up in the Dakotas, and it just became this mass movement of a sort of ecstatic outpouring of hope for this Messiah and this messianic movement of deliverance. And it got to the point where the U.S. Army was ordered to go and put an end to it. And this is where this famous massacre took place, and women and children were killed. And, you know, music, I've been doing music for many years, and I tend to often think it's not something of very much consequence, that it doesn't really have much impact in the world. It's just something we do for enjoyment, and I've often wondered if music can ever have an impact on world events, and here's a case where clearly it did. It really marked history. But there's a certain kind of a pathos attached to these ghost dances. They don't really perform very much anymore, and you can hear this kind of sort of longing in them for deliverance. You can hear also just great musical beauty.